Well, it's been a bit of a weird time in the markets lately as there's a war with another country, Iran, as we all know. Probably still going on at this time. But I haven't placed a trade in about a month, I must say, because honestly, I'm looking at the market conditions and I'm not really a fan of it. So I've just been avoiding it, haven't really been looking at it. So yeah, I am still keeping an eye on it, right? Checking the markets, but I'm not actively trading it, and that's okay. And I also don't know when I will be trading it again. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to sit tight and wait for the market conditions to return and be more favorable, and that's okay. And I will only come back when it's right. That does mean I haven't placed a trade in a while, and I probably also means that the opportunities are now far fewer, and so I just have to be patient and just sit my hands. I will open a personal account, a live account, when the markets are a bit better. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that to happen. But apart from that, when I do decide to start trading, you'll probably see me next. So there might be a bit of a time gap. We'll see.
Well, it's the weekend, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of what price was like. Well, I haven't taken a trade in about a month. So, it's a weekend now, the market's closed. But with this geopolitical event going on, it can be a bit wild. Let's take a look at the charts. So, over here, it was Friday. It was announced that the Strait was open for business. So you can see, everything just decided to rally on that news. But it's a weekend, and now we've got word that it's now shut within 24 hours after being announced that it was open. Always good fun, unpredictable. And those are, the environment that I don't really want to be in when prices kind of whipsaw up and down, up and down. But we did, however, on Thursday this week, we had price tap in to the Wednesday's high. Now, the reason why this trade wasn't taken was because, first of all, I wasn't on the charts because I'm not interested in this market conditions. But as you can see, the stop loss would have been around 140, 130 points, and I'm not interested in a stop loss like that. It's not an ideal trade setup. Anyway, if this was taken, it would have been taking me out of break even just about. This was the only thing that was resembling a trade setup, except didn't satisfy all the requirements when price opens far away from the previous price action. It's kind of hard. Anyway, I'm about to open a personal account and I'm going to have to set up the settings on the trade copier, and then I need to actually put money in the account. So I'm gonna go do that. Ready for next week, although the likelihood of me taking a trade again is very low. I'm going to be watching the markets. I'm not really going to be trading it, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated, but apart from that, just got to live life as we move on. Times like this happen. Okay, so I have started my personal account and I'm going to show you real quick. So if I do the login, you can see down here it says balance. It's in British pounds. And if we go to history, the balance has been put in today, the 20th of April. If you don't think that's convincing enough, then here is an email with my deposit confirmation. If that's not enough for you, then here is from the broker transaction. And if you need a bit more, here is my actual broker with the money in the account, and it's live, it's real, it says real. So this is my personal account, my own money. It's just been sat in a savings account, so I thought I might as well start trading my personal account instead of just purely doing, evaluations of prop firms. Don't think I'm going to be taking a trade today, as it's Monday, markets just open, and there's still geopolitical tensions. So yeah, I'll be keeping an eye on the markets regardless.
Well, I have finally taken my first trade of quarter two. It's also my first trade on my personal account. And what's the date today? Today it's the 28th of April. All right. And so, yeah, I was just checking my trade copiers. They all work. All the trades went through, which is nice. I've set my stop loss, and you know, the trade is here. You can't really see it, but I'll take you through to the charts once the trade is done. Whether it's stop loss, take profit, who knows? I'll show you the trade. All right, 100 point has been hit on my trade, and as per my rules, I have to go break even. So, just going to move, although this is a bit fidgety. No, I accept these terms. Thank you. There we go. Trade has now been put break even, and it's either a break even or take profit.
Right, well, I said we're going to touch bases after the trade was concluded. It's now the 29th, it's the next day. Because I closed the trade around 9 p.m. last night, I didn't want to make a video just then, so here we are, next morning. Let's get into it, shall we? Right, I'll take you to the charts. Bang. So, here's the trade concluded. Right, now, so here's my thought process. So, I mark out the previous US sessions high and low, and I'm going to look for a rejection from either one. Now, onto the 5 minutes where I look for my actual entry. As you can see at 2:30, price opens, it taps in, but you know, it doesn't really give you a nice rejection candle. It did give me one around 2:45, so I took the entry here, and then I targeted the other zone, which isn't too bad. It's about, you know, 230 points. But as you can see, price completely melted, nearly touched the zone. It was about 8 points away from hitting my take profit. Then I reversed. I was break even by then, as you would have seen, but then price came back down, and this was actually a little bit infuriating, I must say. That was about like 2-3 points away from hitting my take profit, from tapping into that zone, but then it just rejected. I mean, on the 1 hour, as you can see, price definitely did tap into the zone, but I had it more refined, and as you can see, there was a strong rejection from that zone anyway. That's why I was targeting that zone. So yeah, instead of capturing around 230 points, I only got 160, which isn't too bad. But yeah, that was a trade, closed at 9. You know, it wasn't like a massive winner. I can show you my broker. So as you can see, on the MT5, the history, it was there. This is a live account. Now, if I show you the report, as you can see, this is a real account in British pounds. Now, yep, that was a trade on my personal live account, and you know, I use a trade connector to, you know, execute one trade on one account, but then it transfers to all across. And so, yeah, if you guys like this, you know, let me know if you want to see more. So that's that trade recap done. So yeah, you know, summer is coming up, so got to be shredded for that. But yeah, gonna hit the gym, check out New York session, and we'll go from there. All right.
Good morning, you got me on my knees. I'm begging for you to see me. Good day, I guess I find another way to tell you I'm sorry. I will get you candlelights and some red wine. I put my black dress on for you, and I will tell you stories about you and me. Do you remember?
So, decided to catch some sun. You know, it's nice and sunny and dry today. Yeah, needed some sun because, you know, being stuck indoors quite a lot of the hours of the day, you know, you need your vitamin D, right? And honestly, I preach health. I preach health above all else, to be honest. What's the point in chasing anything else in life when you have a health problem? Because then you only have one problem, right? Making sure, you know, you keep yourself fit, active. But anyway, doing this now because the markets don't look too great right now, You know, it's Bank of England rates, ECB rates, unemployment claims, GDP as well for the US. Today's just not a great day to be in the markets. Massive candle on the yen pairs because the yen finance minister has said he's close to making decisive action on the market. Yeah, decided to take a little bit of a time out. So, you know, peep the gains I've been making lately. You know, I've been grinding even though I'm not on the camera. So yeah, still hitting the gym as always. And what's the point in sitting behind a desk indoors when the sun's like this? Especially when there's no opportunities to fulfill. So yeah, I thought I would go outside, do some skipping, get the cardio in. Good for the conditioning. And so yeah, maybe you hear more from me. If not, it's probably because the market's dead. But yeah, I'm sure I'll update you guys. Anyway, it's the last day of April. And this month I've only taken one trade, and this is the trade I showed you. Because yeah, it's been abysmal lately, especially with the war. So yeah, you know, don't trade if you don't have to, you know. Preserving capital is more important than, you know, risking your capital to make more. Because people don't remember that there is risk in the game. It's not all sunshine. Is that you have to accept the losses, especially in bad market conditions. So sometimes it's best to just, you know, best trade is no trade. Remember that.